This is going to be so fun. I mean, I'm quite nervous. Let's get started. I think we all know this logo by now. Today we are making an Orillium character. And I'm very excited, very nervous. Nervous because Orillium is such a big world. G from the book Roast has done such an amazing job of this world, and it's very big, it's very complicated. There is a video that I will link down below that kind of shows you how to start your character. If you're wanting to join Orillium and you don't know where to start, it is a great video. And she basically says, like, you can read this and just choose what character you want. You don't actually have to do any of the reading stuff that when this started, a lot of people had to do. So we're going to do that. Now, I have had a quick look through this document. This is the brief history of Aeldia. Now you've got some lore there. I just briefly, I have chosen to be an earthling. Now, earthlings are a race as old as ancient Aeldia, with deep connections to the primal elements of nature. They are the only ones who possess magical abilities before the arrival of the Amelor. They present leopard-like spots on their skin, which gain a coloured tint upon their 10th birthday: green for earth, purple for air, red for fire, and blue for water. Their elemental abilities quickly follow. Earthlings have always had a special relationship with animals. Of course, we've got, I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but we've got Aeldia. And they're gifted at handling and sometimes even communicating with them. That would be so cool. I'd love to communicate with my animals. Most of the time, they'd probably be telling me to piss off, but never mind. They have excellent intuition and an eye for detail. A strong connection with the gods of the natural world has helped them fully embrace the power of their elements. Whilst they are most comfortable with their own skin, they are quick to commit to a newfound family. They can be fierce and a real force to be reckoned with, but the elements that influence them are not so easily tamed, making them a little unpredictable. Patience is not a virtue that they are known for, but decisiveness and determination are, and that is actually very much me. Now you've got 4 different types of earthlings. You've got water, fire, air, and earth. I am going to be choosing to be an earthling. Green leopard spots. Green is my favorite color. Earthlings are the most diverse in appearance. Some might sport antlers, others have hooves, others tree bark, leaves, flowers, or a hard stone shell. To preserve their connection to the ground at all times, they refuse any footwear and gloves. Now, there's quite a bit to creating a character. The next thing to do is, well, first thing is to choose a name. Now, the name that I'm choosing is a name after one of my cats called River. River is from the native continent of Etheria. Greenest continent filled with life, home to vast forests and majority of Aeldia's wildlife. There are very few moments of stillness as it consistently buzzes with movement, and some say even mountains cannot stand still. Continent enjoys a perpetual spring season. Personally, I wish it was autumn, with blooms welcoming the natives every sunrise. No surprise that earthlings are native to this continent. Their innate affinity to nature magic stems from the ancient powers carried by the roots of the mother tree, which predates the Amelor. Since its arrival, the flora and fauna have flourished even more. So yes, that is where my character is from. Now going to the next part of it. is filling out this quiz, the guild sorting choices. Now we're going to fill this out together. Um, yes, absolutely. Completing the novice path. Totally did that. G did say that you don't have to do this if you're completely new. You can join at any time. And if you join during the fall equinox, then you can just like kind of pretend that you've completed the spring equinox as well. But I am joining during spring. Um, results. Oh, thank goodness we have a double up of A. All you need to do, and all you need to do now is assign certain shapes to certain shapes to your answers and see which ones repeat the most. So let's do it. So question number 1, we had C, which is a triangle. I cannot draw. Question number 2, we had D, which is a circle. Question number 3, we had B, which was a square. Oh dear. Question number 4, we had A. Oh, we have 2 circles. Question number 5, we have A, which is a square. So we have 2 circles and 2 squares. I don't know what to do with that. What happens? I got chosen for like two guilds. Okay. A messenger crow lands on your shoulder with a scroll in its mouth. Its invitation to a guild. They have been observing you throughout your journey and think it's a brilliant addition, and think you'd be a brilliant addition to their ranks. Check what shape you have most frequently. If you have tied in your answer, your top answers have been the same amount, shape, two circles to diamond. It means that these girls invited you and you can make a decision which one you want to join. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to go back to the same document that we were on before, which is the brief history, because it has the guilds now. What was it? The Archivist and the Order of the Crescent. Okay, here we go. The guilds. Right. The Order of the Crescent. Nature magic. Befriend an animal familiar. Immediately, I want to do that. Okay, unique calling, Master of Elements, Animal Familiar, unique conduits, quarterstaff, bow or trident, guild access to Crescent Cove, specialty shapeshifting, elemental magic, and animal studies. Okay. The archivists. Guild of Lawkeeping, Guardians of Knowledge, both lost and forgotten. They deal in ancient magic bestowed upon them by greater powers. Special interest in restoration allows them to take on healing roles as well as mend broken items that can help uncover ancient lore. Ooh, members receive unique teachings on conjuration lore and demonology. Oh, ooh. The archivists are more likely to be granted access to the great libraries of Aeldia than any other guild. They are highly trusted with rare records, and Orillium members gain access to the Empire, to the Temple Archive, an impressive sacred library, rumored to have underground levels that reach the very crater. Conjuration, restoration, demonology, and lore. Now, I think like we can choose the guild, but like we're not tied down to just the guild specialties. Honestly, this one isn't vibing with me as much as the Order of the Crescent. So I think we're going to choose Order of the Crescent. Okay, so our next step is callings, which is essentially the careers. Now, being my first year, I'm going to be a novice. So hopefully we get our prompts in here, but basically, like, the careers are like the overall thing that you want to be, and holy moly, look at all of this. Um, that's a lot. And then you've got certain subjects like that will kind of have prompts associated with it, and you read the books, and then you graduate eventually. I think after 3 or 4 years. At a glance, the first ones that are standing out to me are Moon Warden, Herbologist, Master of Elements, Alchemist, Demonologist, because why the fuck not? Wild Form Druid. That sounds in. Also, Aeldia Excavationist. I feel like that would be really interesting. Let's go to Herbologist. Herbologists work with various professions, including healers, spell swords, and alchemists. They provide natural ingredients for rituals and potions. I feel like this is almost like like a perfect career for an earthling. Often working the land or in greenhouses by themselves, it can be a peaceful, solitary career. That sounds like the best thing in the entire world. Um, Exceptional herbologists can communicate with plants. Reports show that the communication is instinctual and emotional rather than verbal. This speaks to me as someone who was training to be a naturopath. I'm not gonna lie. Spring equinox is only alchemy and restoration. Key traits: nurturing, gentle, caring, careful, and patient. Alchemist. The only thing that interests an alchemist is what others deem impossible, infusing metal constructions with sentient life, turning stone to gold, immortality, even spells and entire schools of magic can trace their elements to an alchemist's research. Their work can involve a variety of skills from magic and science. That's cool because I am very much of the idea of both magic and science. They look like they're workaholics. Other careers merely work in magical disciplines. Alchemists create them. Uh, Sly, imaginative, yes. Inventive, persistent, and competitive. Holy bollocks. Except that really does appeal to me. But wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. That is 10. That is 10 books. I suppose I could do that. Demonologist. Demonologists study the forces of chaos and evil so that when they strike, Aeldia is prepared. I feel like that's a very worthwhile career and also sounds really fun. Looking for patterns and working towards recognizing the forces at play. Sometimes they travel to the sites of gruesome events, investigating the scenes for signs of demons. Primarily, a demonologist is concerned with documenting and profiling various supernatural threats instead of confronting them directly. Demonologists often act as advisors to spouse swords or dispatchers working at a central headquarters to monitor signs of disturbance and sending spouse swords to investigate. But sometimes the pay is good enough or the job is enticing enough that they accompany a spouse sword in hunting and fighting whatever monster has risen. Mm. This is the major risk of the career. Direct interaction with demons is almost unavoidable. Considering I watch and I'm starting to read a lot more horror, this is also very enticing. Um, Key traits: curious, defiant, and brave. Spring equinox, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not too bad. Um, Still doing elemental studies as an earthling. Um, Shape shifting, which would be handy. Spells and incantation. Conjuration could be fun. Demonology could be very fun. And lore. We saw kind of the invitation to join the archivist because lore being one of the things that's really interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie, demonologist is starting to beat out Hoover list. I I think I'm honestly gonna go with demonologist. There's the little evil part of me it satisfies that, and I know it's like to prevent evil and stuff like that, which is really good and stuff like that. But the the horror and the little evil part of me just says to choose that. So we're gonna choose demonologist. You know what? I'm happy with that because yeah, I think this is kind of suiting me as both an earthling and the person playing the game. Um, so yes, I will fill out the little passport thing, um, the scholar's key, and I'll have a chat with you with a fully fleshed out version of my character. So I will see you in a little bit. So here is my character. We have River, and you can actually see a picture of my actual cat, River. I've decided to add that in. We belong to the Order of the Crescent. We are a demonologist by calling our certification as novice at the moment. Um, Background is wildling. We kind of grew up in the wild. We didn't like big urban settings, so yeah, we grew up in the wild. We're civilized for the most part, but we just we don't vibe with the big urban cities and stuff like that. We are, of course, on the province of Etheria, Eltheria. Um, we are an earthling, and it is up to you guys whether we are an earthling or a water earthling. Please do let me know down in the comments below. And we were born on a blood moon. There we go. So that is our character. Now, there was some other stuff that we could have filled out, like our conduit, guild's legacy, and scholar traits. I'm not quite too short but for those at the moment, so I haven't put anything. But yes, let's have a look and see now what our prompts are, and we will pick a TBR.